Yo, I'm back live doing a double dip, but this time my purpose is to promote the other channel that I'm working on. And I'll tell you the thought behind it, the reason why I'm doing it. It's difficult to work on multiple channels. It's just damn near impossible. But with my situation, I'm trying it out. I've already had this channel for quite some time. I don't think I've ever promoted it. I haven't promoted it much, and I changed the name of it. I have a channel called Trend Wave. It's not even branded properly right now. So I got to brand it with the thumbnail that hopefully it went through that you see with this video, Trend Wave. And what the issue is that I don't have much time to do like recorded stuff like this. Very rare I can do a couple lives like this real quick. But what I can do now is I'm trying to become more efficient where I can upload things from my phone. I'll actually start promoting it because the Twitter is all branded right. So let me just go to the Twitter and then show you from there. And it's going to be just trending topics. So this is going to be a non-political live stream. The only reason I'm streaming it on the Middle MAGA channel is because just for cross promotion is the only reason. So I had another channel and it was called Deca Digest. And that was my early stages of AI. Now I'm more advanced. Now I know, okay, I can do stuff really quickly now with AI, even opinions, voice to text. I can tell it to paint an article however I need it painted, the slant, everything. So it's really good. But here's the branding that I'm going to do. This is going to be on YouTube also, Trend Wave. Let me share the other screen here. And it's gonna, this is well, it, on Twitter I will have politics on there, but not from like opinion standpoint as much as just is it trending or not. But for example, the UFC, I don't even watch the UFC, but now I'm more motivated to kind of get into this stuff so I can talk about it a little bit. But the trend wave isn't really about opinion, it's just me showing what's trending and why, basically. So this is it on X. That's the branding I'm going with right now. Trend wave, this UFC fighter, Wang Kong, channels the Joker, knocks out opponent in 62 seconds. She came into the ring looking like the Joker. So it looks like it, but I guess she's a she. Hard to tell nowadays, but especially with those fighters, there's a lot of testosterone going on there. But she's dressed up, I mean, she's makeup like the Joker and then knocks this woman out. That was trending. This streamer of the year is wild because you had some really great streams by a lot of different influencers. This dude I don't know much about him, but I just seen him. This dude I show speed. He is unbelievable, jumping over cars and stuff. You've probably seen all that stuff. And he did. I was shocked he didn't win it, but there's this award. Is I guess I didn't even know about it till now. I'm following the trend, so I'm just going through the trend. So if I got a break at work, I can go real quick. What's trending? Why is it trending? And then I can say, okay, let me look up the information for it. Maybe put a slant on it and just, but it's more neutral, and then put it up on the trend wave. And I'm going to do that on YouTube as well. But on Twitter, it'll be quicker. YouTube, I would have to get a video for it. You will see it on podcasts too. So I will put that on the Middle MAGA podcast for now. I'm not going to do a separate podcast for Trend Wave. But this one is this woman Rivers won streamer of the year, and she might have been good. She does video games and stuff, but there's other streamers out there that have been kind of changing the game. So that was interesting. I didn't put any opinion on there because I don't follow them closely enough, but just showing you what. But that one dude did I was shocked that he didn't win. I mean, he literally jumping over cars. You might have seen some of his stuff. Beating cornerbacks. He's a young dude, just beating like professional NFL cornerbacks off the jump. He literally shows that he has speed. And very viral videos, incredible type stuff, catching deep balls from Patrick Mahomes. Impressive stuff. But he didn't win it. He's a great streamer though. He actually is truly really fast. This is a famous one. I might show this here. You've probably seen this where he jumped over the car. I mean, this is dangerous. Can you even show this on YouTube? I don't know if he's on there. I don't know, but he's jumping over a car. Don't try this at home. These boys are crazy. Come on, come, another one, come, bruh. Bruh. How did they stop so quick with the police car behind them? It didn't look like there's much room between him and the police car behind him. I'm showing him jumping over a car. Yeah, they must have slowed down quickly. Yeah, that's not much room to slow down. I don't know how fast they're going. But this dude he's doing a vertical jump. He's just standing, just an athletic dude, I guess. I don't know who this dude is. I should look up his story. This is a timing thing too, not just athleticism. I mean, this is life or death. So he's just standing in the street waiting for a sports car to come, which is good. Sports cars are not too tall. And it's a timing thing. So he's ready, man. He's on the tippy toes, knees bent, everything perfect. Sees a car coming and jumps, perfect timing. And then gets his legs kind of out the way. So just in case the time is not right, woo, I can do it. And then he says, let's do it again. He did a double one. And he's a showman. He's like, come. I mean, if you don't make it, it's over. So, I mean, it's not good. So, I don't know. Oh, yeah, let me see. What do you think about the movie? Yeah, I didn't even talk about the headliner. This is this is the next thing I was going to do a trend thing for was the Deadpool. Let's see what you say about the Deadpool. What do you think about that? Sorry, officer says it was an okay movie. I'm okay with spoilers. I haven't seen it. I don't know when I'll see it. I don't know if I'll see it. The thing that I like is it seems like there's no woke in it. So I might. But a sorry officer says it was an okay movie. Not stellar by any means. My only issue was the writing that made Deadpool simp for his ex-prostitute girlfriend. Oh, so I'm not familiar with that. So the writing, sorry, officer sounds like he's saying the writing was not good enough. So from what I've heard about this, so let's go to the movie. The movie 1.2 billion worldwide. We haven't seen a lot of good news coming out of Marvel in a minute. Disney. The movie Deadpool and Wolverine has indeed crossed the $1.2 billion mark at the worldwide box office. So they're finally doing something good. And you knew you had to at some point because I don't know if the government can bail them out. I mean, what they were doing wasn't working financially. So something out of the blue would have had to happen for them to continue to keep on doing it. The interesting part about this is it is an R-rated movie. It had record-breaking opening for an R-rated superhero movie, which means you're going to get more, I'm perfectly fine with, R-rated superhero movies. Grossing 205 million domestically. So wait, is it mostly international? By the second week, that was the first weekend. The opening weekend got 205 million. Second weekend, so now you got good buzz, good word of mouth. People are probably asking, is there anything woke in it? That's like the first thing I look for any movie, especially Disney. By the second weekend, was there anything woke in it? Sorry, officer, just let me know. It doesn't sound like it, but it cumulative reached about 400 million with global cumulative of 800 million. So the movie's making 800 million globally, 400 domestically. That's how you get to the 1.2 billion. This performance has made it the highest grossing X-Men movie to date. As of now, the film has surpassed that 1.2. And I think the big thing is what even if it wasn't as good, and I take your word for it, sorry, officer, like it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. Even if that's the case, maybe you can take this and build on it to where, back in the day, I didn't think about what's in the movie. Is there anything in the movie that is kind of political or culturally against me and phrased in a way that ruins immersion? Like I watched that Batman one. I think this is the last Batman one they made. It wasn't that bad. They went to the Batman roots of detective work, which was excellent. Just the writing wasn't the best at times, but they had Catwoman say something about communism or something. Remember that line? And it doesn't matter what the line is. It just hurt the immersion of the film. So I'll hopefully get back to that. Gulf Coast says, I'll watch it when it comes on one of the streaming services I have a password for. I mean, that's a lot more than what I've been hearing from people recently. I haven't been hearing that from people like I'm going to watch it on, when it comes out or anything like that. I haven't even heard that from people recently. So that means something. I'm just looking up based on what they're saying. I did not see it. What kind of helped it? It did 45 million in China, 42 in the UK. So it's doing well. Mexico, Australia, Germany. It looks like the international markets really took it. And I don't know if it's a promotion thing or what might have been in it. But this is the approach. This is going to be an approach they probably will copy. So it's actually good news for Hollywood. I'm not. If Hollywood goes down, I'm perfectly fine with Hollywood going down. I've been talking about these AI. I'm more pumped about these AI things that I'm seeing. These AI like He-Man and all this kind of stuff. It's such great stuff. This is AI Film Forge. And then just to show you, I don't care if Hollywood crashes and burns financially. But here's AI, which will lead to that happening. A lot of people are doing these now where they're making their own trailers. You don't have enough to do like a full-blown, kind of action film or something like that. We're getting close to it. But it's getting really popular where people are making these trailers. And I think I've played this one before, but this one's one of my favorite ones. This is He-Man, 1950s rendition.
In the shadowed realm of Eternia, where darkness and magic clash, a hero rises. He-Man, the most powerful warrior in the universe. Armed with the legendary Sword of Power, he stands as the last hope against an onslaught of evil. From the ancient halls of Castle Grayskull, the wise sorceress watches over, her magic a beacon in the night. He-Man, with his brave allies, Teela, the fierce warrior, Man-at-Arms, the master of technology, and Orko, the mystical magician, stand firm to defend Eternia. But in the sinister depths of Snake Mountain, the malevolent Skeletor plots to seize Grayskull's secrets and plunge Eternia into eternal darkness. Skeletor is joined by his evil henchmen, the cunning evil Lyn, the ferocious Beastman, and the formidable Trapjaw. In this land of peril and wonder, the battle for Eternia's fate rages on. Join the epic struggle of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, where heroes rise and darkness falls.
That was all done with AI. Using Midjourney. They used a bunch of different stuff. 11 Labs. And they did a bunch of different stuff there to put together. That takes a good little bit to put together, but it's getting quickly really good. I'll show you some other cool stuff people are doing. But I thought they put in here what they used. Okay, here it is. So what they've done here is use Midjourney. You might have known Midjourney. I used to use Midjourney a lot. I do not use it as much anymore because ChatGPT has a little bit of AI-generated stuff, like the trend wave thing I did with ChatGPT's DALL-E. Did they buy DALL-E, or I don't know if they're partnered up with them. So there's other ones that can do it, and DALL-E's better at words and letters. But Midjourney's gotten better. Midjourney's got some really good-looking stuff. It just takes too much time for me to use it and get it. But I don't subscribe to Midjourney right now, but it's still a great program. Runway Gen 2, that's for like the voiceovers. I thought he was using 11. Okay, and voiceovers were with 11 Labs. The Runway Gen 2 is, I believe, is how you're animating some of this stuff. It's not fully animated. I haven't used that program. Let me look at Runway Gen 2 and see how that works. I'm not too familiar with it. So Runway Gen 2 is an advanced generative AI tool developed by Runway, a New York City-based startup. So it's based off of a startup here. I'm going to put a different one, G.I. Joe, in the background. This person does all of them by the 50s. That's their kind of like their thing.
In a world on
I'm just going to put that in the background. So it's Runway allows users to create videos from text prompts. So I think that's what they're using for potentially the backgrounds. It looks really good. So you can create a kind of a moving video from text prompts or or images. So you can take an image from Midjourney, put it in Runway, and it's not fully animated, as you can see. It's a little bit of movement, but you need that to keep, you have to have a little bit of movement, like that little bit of movement to keep the viewer retention up. It is a huge advancement in AI-driven video creation. It's even getting better, providing users with the ability to generate short, dynamic videos without the need for traditional filming or video editing skills. Incredible, incredible stuff. And if I had time, I'd be using that for my political stuff. Right now, I might have time maybe a few times a year to try to play with it. But you can see how people on Fiverr who do this kind of stuff, they've got to be ahead of this, or they're not. If you can't do this, then you're not going to get any contract work. You've got to be able to do this and then even make it better or something like that to make money as a video editor. Am I Whiskey Monk said, am I a Virgo? No, I am not a Virgo. Just curious. I am a Capricorn. What's the deal with Virgos? What's the personality of I don't know the Virgo sign that well. But yeah, so this is, yeah, thanks for catching this one, Whiskey. I don't know if you went on the walk with your whiskey. This is actually no politics in this one. I don't know if you heard that. I'm cross-promoting Trendwave on X. You can follow it on X and YouTube. Just search it. My handle is Trendwave01. Trendwave01 is the handle. I got to get the branding out there. I don't have the branding. I'm going to do it live right now, actually. Go over from the Sparta helmet. I'm keeping the Sparta helmet for this channel. But for Trendwave, it doesn't make sense. So I'm going to get the Sparta helmet on there as we go right now. I'm getting that out of there. And it is now Trendwave. So it just got changed live. Let's see if I search YouTube, and I'm going to look at the Virgos. I'm trying to figure out why he might think I was a Virgo. Let's see if I can find a Trendwave 01. And it's going to be just, more, the opinions on stuff is more like me, Ray, prestige culture, dynamics. I'm not going to do too much opinion on this. It could not find it. So that I'm still doing bad branding. I thought I could find it when I did it. But if I just search Trendwave, let me see if it will find it. No. That's bad branding. So if you search it, it's still difficult to find. Even when I search with the Trendwave 01, I just changed it, so that's probably why. I'll put it in the chat. Yeah, I'm just going to have to put the link to it in the chat. It didn't change my handle. It did not change the handle. I don't know why. Oh, maybe because there's somebody else with it or something. But I'll have to do that offline. But what I'm going to do with this channel is more like news updates. It's not going to be too much opinion or anything like that. It's going to be more like, oh, this thing is trending. You saw that demure thing trending. I did that on X. I just did a quick kind of like, you might not know why it was trending. I did that on there. So there's this, it's a biological man did this video here. This is a perfect example of a trend wave. Very mindful, very demure. This is how it started. This is the video from the research I did, is the video that started it all. This video has about 50 million views on TikTok.
See how I do my makeup for work? Very demure, very mindful. I don't come to work with a green cut crease. I don't look like a clown when I go to work. I don't do too much. I'm very mindful while I'm at work. See how I look very presentable? The way I came to the interview is the way I go to the job. A lot of you girls go to the interview looking like Marge Simpson and go to the job looking like Patty and Selma. Not demure. I'm very modest. I'm very mindful. You see my shirt? Only a little chichi out, not my chocho. Be mindful of why they hired you. Here's your reality check, diva. What's the name you'd like me to make it out to? See how I do my
I'm not even commenting on it. That's not really what I'm planning on doing with this channel. Hard not to. But very mindful. That's it. Very demure. That's where it started. TikTok's shocking new trend leaves brat culture in the dust. So we went away from the politics to get into the social stuff, and the social stuff is in a way darker than the politics, which makes sense. You got a morbidly obese man acting like a woman, talking about how demure he is. That's what happened. I'm just telling you what that wasn't even a take on it. I'm just telling you what happened. That goes by Jules LeBron. Jules LeBron, a biological male and popular TikTok creator, has sparked a viral trend with his very mindful, very demure videos, focusing on a polished and understated approach to life, like just being a normal human being outside of, just that idea is just being a normal human being outside of the other wild stuff. The trend contrasts sharply with the previous brat summer craze, which we're coming out of summer. Brat was summer was the end of the summer. Encouraging followers to be reserved, clean, and mindful. That's always a good thing. Since Jules LeBron video on how to be demure at work went viral, the trend has spread rapidly. With millions of views and countless imitations, his content has resonated. I think it's organic. I don't think this is AstroTurf, but I'm not a TikTok expert. But from what I could see, it's the same as Twitter. A small account on Twitter can go. I've seen accounts with 2,000 followers have a video with 10 million views because the large accounts catch on to it. It really only takes one large account. I've had stuff on Twitter that's gotten a good amount of views. Every single time it's a large account retweeting it. That's the only time that happens for me, at least. His content has resonated, and I think it really has. Large accounts probably helped, doing stitches and stuff. Is the demure lifestyle here to stay or just another fleeting TikTok fad? It's a fad, of course, but that's what that is. So, I can do that, and I can put that up in 5 minutes. So, is there value to it? Nah, we'll see. We'll see. Because there's a lot of people talking about it. You can search this stuff. You kind of got to find your niche that no one else is really doing. So I don't know that yet, if I'm going to have a niche at all. But right now I'm just trying to ride the trend waves. So that's what the trend wave is going to be about. Let me see. So disgusting. Screwed Up Rebellion. See, I could see Screwed Up Rebellion just jumping in the middle of the live. Like, okay, what are you going to talk about? You're going to talk about what happened with Nick and Candace, or some other type of political thing, or even something socially that kind of matters. And I've got an obese biological male talking about how demure he is. But that's our society. G-Lo says we're going to become reliant on this tech. Oh, beyond, oh, yeah. I mean, everyone has their phone within arm's reach, right? I mean, yeah. It's no different than the phone. It will be in the brain, it'll be in the chip. Chip will be in the brain. You have to, or you're not going to keep up. Even you're talking about streamers and stuff. If you're not using this stuff, you're going to be behind. You have to. There's no question, because people are going to get more efficient. And then not only that, they're going to be able to put together content that you can't match. So you are going to have to be up on this in whatever way, depending on what your niche is, in your way, your own way. But I put the link to the Trendwave channel in the comments. If you can go there, sub up if you want to get the news on the Trendwave stuff. Let's see what I've posted recently. It will be mostly AI, because I'm doing this at work at breaks, trying to be efficient. I can't do a live, so I'll do that. So this was a trending one. This white woman, the AI pronounced Lawrence wrong, so forgive that. But here's a good example. It's not really like a movie, but it's trending. It's not really politics, but it's culture. This older white woman is guilty in shooting a black mother, and that's why. And I'm not even putting a take on it. It's just that's why it went trending. If it wasn't a white and a black, nobody would care. But here's the story of it. Hold on, let me get that on the right screen here. I'm gonna play this. This is a trending story. You might have followed this. I don't know. Has sparked nationwide outrage and debate. Susan Lawrence, a white woman from Ocala, Florida, was found guilty of first-degree felony manslaughter in the fatal shooting of her black neighbor, Ajike AJ Owens. The tragic incident, which occurred on June 2nd, 2023, has drawn attention to issues of racial tension, self-defense laws, and the dynamics of neighborhood disputes. The trouble between Susan Lawrence and Ajike Owens began over a matter that might seem trivial at first glance: children playing. Owens, a 35-year-old mother of four, had long been at odds with Lawrence, who had repeatedly complained about Owens' children playing near her property. The situation escalated on that fateful day in June when Lawrence shot Owens through a closed door during a confrontation. Lawrence claimed she acted in self-defense, alleging that Owens was trying to break down her door and had threatened her life. However, this narrative was met with skepticism, especially given that Owens was unarmed and the door was locked at the time of the shooting. So it was just a domestic type of thing. They had beef long going, and they had beef in that moment, and the white woman shot her through the door, I believe it was, from what you see there. So here's another one. This one was kind of funny. There's a ex-NFL player who whipped out his member on a flight and peed on an old woman. Imagine boarding a flight, expecting a routine trip from Boston to Dublin. You settle in, thinking the worst you'll face is a crying baby or a bit of turbulence, but instead you find yourself in the middle of an in-flight horror show starring none other than former NFL player Gosder Cherilus. Picture this: an ex-professional athlete towering over you suddenly decides to make a splash right in the aisle. No, this isn't some bizarre in-flight entertainment. It's a real-life nightmare where a grown man urinates on an elderly passenger. This Delta flight from Boston to Dublin wasn't supposed to be a nightmare, but it quickly turned into one when Cherilus allegedly urinated on a 78-year-old woman mid-flight. Yes, you heard that right. A grown man, a former professional athlete, decided to relieve himself on a fellow passenger. Delta Airlines might want to consider adding pee-proof seating as an in-flight upgrade. Before we dive into the disturbing details, let's not forget to visit Middle MAGA on YouTube. And I'll put Trendwave in there now, but he just peed. Let me pee on you. He just peed on her, man. This is just wild. So there's a lot of things outside of politics that we can kind of cover. That's all I wanted to bring up. So I'll just go to find what's trending, and I can go ahead and do a little upload or something like that. Before I go out, let me see what he was talking about with this Virgo. What do Virgo men are seen as perfectionists, paying close attention to detail, striving for excellence in everything they do. Analytical. Okay, so I can see that. Hardworking, reliable, reserved, and modest. Critical and judgmental. Yep, I can see that. It says loyal and caring. That's probably not me naturally, but I see what you mean there with the Virgo. I didn't even know that about Virgos. Ray says, Ray Studio says, I'm having a great time hanging out with Carlos and Adam here in Florida. Shout out. Carlos, Adam Francisco. Man, that's like a meeting of the minds right there. You got I think I was wearing Prime Animations earlier from my earlier live. We know Carlos, Fred the Show. I haven't had Adam on here. I've been on with Adam for one stream. One of the best street journalist dudes out there. He had one where a dude tried to swing at him. I wonder if Adam because this dude wasn't a threat. Adam could take care of himself. I wonder if Adam's like, I kind of wish a dude kind of does that so I could kind of use them, and he used them as a meme. He does a lot of the street journalism, and then we all know Ray Studios. I call Ray Studios kind of like, when he did his show, he was kind of like I liked him like a young Alex Jones, man. Really not unafraid, making waves. That's why YouTube banned. I mean, you think this stuff doesn't matter? Ray Studios got banned from YouTube. Probably getting too close to the truth. How's that? We don't talk politics on the trend wave, but I remember the live when Ray Studios was like, I don't know, you can talk about Tucker. Is Tucker really controlled opposition? What's come up recently? Nick has gone after Tucker as controlled opposition. That aged well. That's the homie Ray Studios. Appreciate you, Ray. Yo, the Ray Studios, people giving Ray love. Thank you, Screwed Up Rebellion. Let's see here. Fly Over Territory, Tennessee. Thank you for bring runway to the forefront. I'm curious how it would be used for my political commentary. I don't have a full answer for how I use runway. What he's talking about is taking the pictures and animating them. I think it would be to make your own original content. Because for me, I'm doing voiceovers. I'm doing 11 labs. This video right here is 11 labs where we cover all things trending, including the airborne P gate. That's not me. I'm not reading it. And I was doing because I knew we were going to get to this point. It happened quicker than I thought. So leading up to it, I did the AFPAC video. I read that whole thing. Oh, it was brutal. Because you might mess up, you might mispronounce something. I'm like, okay, I keep on going. Then I had to go back and edit the bad takes out. When you do with AI, I mean, you got to make sure they pronounce it right, but pretty much it pronounces everything properly. So I've been using 11 labs the only time you're going to see my face is on lives, pretty much. And for that, I've been doing the voice to text. But you need B-roll. So I'm able to do podcasts pretty quickly. I got to still get my thoughts together, my opinions, download it to a MP3, upload it to a podcast. But I can do that all on my phone pretty quickly. But I can't do that to YouTube. I have no B-roll. So doing runway would be taking the memes or whatever pictures and animating the story. Like for this one, I mean, this was a Kamala one. Before I got the voiceover really good, recently you might have seen me. I have more of these in the works. I want to get better at them. But this is how you could use runway. Imagine boarding. Let me show you how you could use runway real quick. So I did a video. I'm experimenting with. It was the Kamala one I did. Where is it? Was it that old? Wow. I don't even know. It's older than I thought it was. Where is it? Yeah, it's Czar right here. So this is you can use runway. So you can use Midjourney to make. Remember when Kamala? So like little shorts, because it's a lot of work to do the runway stuff. So you're not gonna really do a 5-minute video. You're gonna do max 2 minutes. So you can do it do your voice to text, however you do it, and then put some B-roll over it that's all original content. Instead of me just taking like an ABC News thing, that's really lame, but that's the quickest thing I can do.
Remember when Kamala Harris was the border czar? So do I. So does everyone who hasn't been living under a rock for the past few years. But according to our ever-reliable media,
See, those are all Mid-Journey pictures.
Axios and other outlets now claim Harris never actually had this title, even though they were the first to give it to her. As Harris gears up for her inevitable nomination,
So that you can kind of get some production, a little bit of production value, original production values to your videos, which would be awesome. So right now I got to do what I can afford and then save money to buy, you'll probably have to subscribe to Runway. I don't know how much it costs. I'm already with Perplexity, ChatGPT, 11 Labs. I mean, that adds up quickly. And then go from there and make some, hopefully make some good shorts that's original content. I have one talking about all the money to Israel, which is, putting a lot of work into a video that probably will get suppressed, but that's what I was passionate about. I have one about RFK. So I'll just try to keep those. I'm trying to get a pipeline of them so maybe they can come out once a month or something like that. But they take a lot of work to do, especially for few views. Oh, Screwed Up hasn't been watching Fuentes much at all lately. Yeah, that happens. I haven't, I'm in and out on people's lives. Adam is premiering the video, that he did yesterday. Okay. Right now on his channel. I'll look at that real quick. You're fired as border czar, Kamabla. I actually like the Kamabla a lot. I actually like that. It's a slight disrespect. I like that way better than Comrade Kamala. That's a terrible name to me. Nobody cares about that stuff anymore. Thanks for the tips. I'll look into the 11 Labs Perplexity. Perplexity is I'm with ChatGPT, and I thought I would use ChatGPT as the producer, hooking it up into my sound and saying, oh, I don't know what a Virgo man trait is typically. Tell me. But it's just not, when they upgrade it, it might be seamless enough. Perplexity is what I'm using. I'm searching Perplexity. It's all corporate shill outlets, but it will give you good responses. You can kind of get it to give you the right response, digging a little bit deeper than Reuters for articles. But Perplexity helps bring the context. So I'll take a story like yesterday. Here's one I'm working on. Old dude, how do you pronounce his name? The CEO of Telegram. The Telegram CEO got yesterday. He was in jail last I saw. I don't know if he is now, but that's more political stuff. But since we're on that, his name is Pavel. I'd never heard of him before now. Pavel Durov or something like that. And I saw Andrew Tate posted that the Telegram CEO got hemmed up and he doesn't put a source with it. ChatGPT is awful at searching like that, like searching the net real time. Put that in Perplexity. Perplexity gave me a whole write-up. And I'm like, okay. So I take the context from Perplexity, then I do voice to text to my just Google Keep. And I'm like, okay, here's my thoughts on censorship and where we at. Don't scare people, but this is something we should be aware of. And then I say, put it together in an article. And here's an example of what it looks like. I'm still working on it. But I kind of use ChatGPT to put it in an article. And let me see if I can find it. It's pretty long, so it might be one of my longer ones if I even... Sometimes I don't even get to releasing. But I'm going to show my screen here with the chat. I've done this many times. I haven't done it in a while. I've done working sessions where I show people how I'm doing it. And I want help if people got more efficient. I'm not really that efficient. So you can see all my little trend waves topics in here. Apollo 13. Okay, Telegram CEO arrested in France. Oh, so that was just my little update on it. That wasn't my full-blown... I got a full-blown article working on that. Let's see. Where is it? It's RFK Shift, Deadpool. Wow. Okay, is it this one here? Okay. I think this is it here. So this is it in ChatGPT. So my input here, this one, I have so much input in this one. I used another AI program, AI PDF, because I had paragraphs of opinion that I just did voice to text, paragraphs of context, and then I tell ChatGPT, put it together, and I give it a lot of parameters on what I like, don't use, underscore, broader. There's a lot of stuff that you can tell when somebody's using this stuff, and I'm like, don't use those words, those are terrible. And here's what it sounds like in ChatGPT. So this is the Telegram guy.
Pavel Durov, The Fight for Free Speech in the Digital Age. Pavel Durov, the co-founder of Telegram, has recently been arrested in France, a significant event for anyone who values free speech and privacy. This isn't just about one man. It's about the ongoing struggle to maintain platforms where people can communicate without government interference. Durov has always been a trailblazer in this area. Before co-founding Telegram, he created VK, Russia's version of Facebook, and
So that's basically, then I'll kind of edit it from there because it makes a lot of stupid mistakes, and it doesn't get your opinions right a lot too, where it, sometimes it will diss Trump, and I'm like, or just using it as an example, I'm like, that's not really what I was going for there. So I have to kind of go back and forth with it on like, here, that's not what I meant. So I have to clean that up, make sure the opinions are right. And sometimes I miss stuff in that, but let me see if I can, why is this? Go to app. So now I'm going to log into it. It's a very powerful program, very good program. So here's the projects in it. I'm going to show that in a second. So here are my projects in 11 Lab. This is just the voice stuff. So you see, I didn't do any voice stuff to it. That's my RFK one. I don't think I started one for the Telegram guy. So let me just start one and just do Telegram. So I have my voice. I uploaded, 3 hours of me talking so it could clone my voice. And I don't need to do a live stream I don't even need to read the article. It's just, you got to make it sound good, which does take some time. But if you're just starting out a channel and you don't have, if you're starting out a channel and you don't have, money for a mic and all that, you don't need it. You don't even need to put it, especially with the politics stuff, you can get fired from your job and all kinds of stuff for these takes. So it might even be better not to show your face ever. But here, so I just copied that straight out of ChatGPT. It's not edited yet. I'm still going through it, but now I'm telling it to use my voice. Pavel Durov, the co-founder of Telegram, has recently been arrested in France, a significant event for anyone who values free speech and privacy. So I've been messing around with like, okay, if I'm not, I could just use any voice. But I just felt like I still wanted to use mine. So this is just some random voice named Will.
Pavel Durov, the co-founder of Telegram, has recently been arrested in France, a significant event for anyone who values free speech and privacy. This isn't just about one man. It's about the ongoing struggle to maintain platforms where people can communicate without government interference. Durov has always been a trailblazer in this area.
See, I don't know. I just kind of like just keep it a personal touch with my, with my voice. But I could put any voice on it. I could put a woman's voice. I could put whatever voice I want on it. And then I'll go in and use Descript. So that's another subscription. I got to go mow the lawn, so I'm going to be out. Sunday's a chore day. I got to go trim and mow. But even while I'm mowing the lawn, I'll take a 5-minute break and do, post a trending topic on Trendwave. But so what you can do is you can take it, you can dump it into Descript. And what Descript will do is cut out the page, the dead air. Because it's very awkwardly read. So now I'm in Descript and I can take out the dead air. It's not like dead air, but the delays. So let me just play. This is the Robert. I don't think I've uploaded this. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. recently delivered a speech in Phoenix, Arizona,
announced.
Yeah, AI can do those fake stutters now. It's part of it. So I've heard a lot of people say, no, that couldn't be AI voice because it said No, that's not true. They have ums and ahs in there. This is not me. This is all AI.
Delivered a speech in Phoenix, Arizona, announcing the suspension of his independent presidential campaign. Kennedy, who began his journey.
So I've never even uploaded that. I might not. I don't know. Who knows if I ever will. But what I can do is it will say shorten word gaps. So I'll say if I have a word gap of more than 0.19 seconds, shorten it to 0.16 seconds. So it doesn't pause as much. And you can have it take out the ums and everything too.
Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
So shorten it all, and then now there's not going to be as big of a gap.
A speech in Phoenix, Arizona, announcing the suspension of his
So announcing the suspension of, you hear that? Announcing
the suspension of his independent.
So it sounds a little quick there, but if you take it out, you hear that there's more of a delay between suspension and of.
The suspension of his independent presidential campaign.
So you can play with it there. So I will usually have to go from 11 labs to taking out the word gaps. So and before I even upload it as a podcast. But that's that there. That's a little off top. Why did France arrest him? The allegations, well, I wrote the article in here, but they used the allegations. I haven't read, this is from the reports, which is always dangerous. So I haven't read into, this is me reading like Reuters and then telling it to put it into ChatGPT. But they're saying that they're treating him as he's the one like smuggling. Very similar to what they did to Ross Ulbricht with his dark website. They blamed him for everything that happened on the dark website. So they're blaming him for everything that went wrong. It's very concerning. So they arrested him. I think I have it in here where they said it was arrested him for drug trafficking because of drug trafficking, money laundering. That's what they alleged there. So I don't think it's even him doing it. It's people doing it on his site is what it is. That's what they're really getting him for. I even have it in here so I can go into the Telegram and just play that, put my voice back on it. Where is it? Here.
Now, French authorities have detained him, claiming that Telegram is being used for illegal activities like drug trafficking, money laundering, and the distribution of harmful content involving minors. But let's not kid ourselves. This isn't really about stopping crime.
So you see, I didn't write that exactly. I did say something like that and it did it, and I don't like that because, and I had to change this. It was really, it spelled out and the distribution of CP, but I didn't want that on YouTube, obviously. So I said distribution of harmful content involving minors. But see, it didn't catch, but let's not kid ourselves. That's not a good statement after talking about CP. It's about shutting down a platform that refuses to play involving minors. But let's not kid ourselves. See, now that's like using a pun. I didn't do that on purpose. I didn't even write that. So you have to go in and be like, whoa, that's not, why'd you use, let's not kid ourselves after we talked about CP. That isn't good. But yeah, that's what they detained him for. I think he got fully arrested, but I got to dig into that more. But I just talked about it. I talked about his history. He did an interview with Tucker Carlson, so I went into that more depth. But you see, it still takes time. You know, at that point, it's almost like the time that it takes to listen to it and edit, you might as well just grab the mic and just talk off the top of your head sometimes. It's definitely quicker for just like news updates. But when I start putting my opinion in there, it gets more convoluted because I got to make sure it's right. So I got to listen to it over and over again and tweak it. Yeah, so let's look at what's kind of trending right now. You can use Google Trends. I use Google Trends. It's usually a lot of sports, obviously, but just look like wrestling. Nicki Minaj is getting sued. I saw that. That was one of the biggest things up here. It's not up here anymore. Getting sued for her stalker was suing her, which is crazy. Keanu Reeves as Shadow in Sonic 3 is a big one up here. Deadpool's on here, of course. Black Ops 6. So you got a lot of different stuff up here. Let's look at Adam Francisco. They were this is political, but I'm about to be on anyway. Looks like he was premiering the video that they just did with, I think, Ray Studios as well.
Welcome back to my channel. We're out here today in Hyde Park Village, and I'm joined by two very special guests.
Look at
both
this.
Members of the group we have on Twitter called the Magables. Is that right?
Correct.
Awesome. We got Ray Studios.
Hello there, guys.
Right. And we got Carlos, and he is the founder of Patriots of the American Republic.
That's right. That's right. Hey, guys, how you guys doing?
Did I nail it?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. And we're here with two very real men. Can you show the flag you have? Let's let it breathe. Let's give it some fresh air.
Yeah.
See, Adam's good, man.
Find it.
He knows.
Yeah,
he
we got
just,
the Miss Me at flag. How you feel about your flag?
It's not
All right, what's
easy
your
doing
flag?
this street type of stuff.
2024, baby.
You think he's gonna win?
I'm hoping on it, betting on it. Yeah.
All right. And the last question I'm gonna ask you guys before we get started: what is your ethnicity?
I'm half black, half white.
I was born here and I'm Hispanic.
And I'm Mexican, so this is like the Democrats' worst nightmare. You know, they say that we're not supposed to be Republicans, but guess what? We are. And we're here, and we're proud, and we're bold. That's right. Woo! It starts already, guys. We're getting the support from the passersby. And guys, we're gonna have a good time out here today, waving the flag and trying to talk to our fellow Americans. And you guys know what to do. If you want to support our channel, givesendgo.com/Adam Francisco. I am the only man fighting a terminal illness. We'll still fight it for this country, the Constitution.
A lot of videos that have gone viral, you might not realize they were from him. I don't know if he has a watermark. I think I've seen people use his videos, and I'm not sure. He has that red mark down there. You got to put a watermark on there.
And Donald J. Trump, that's right.
Because people will edit it and take your watermark out, is what happens.
That's right, because you're a real woman. You're not non-binary.
Adam is a one-man army. I love it.
One-man Trump rally, but today we're going to be a three-man Trump rally.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on RFK's speech yesterday?
I absolutely loved it. Like,
Yeah.
it was truly uniting.
This is
It
dope.
was.
That is truly America first.
That is. And it's also America together.
100%.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my man. And I like the Kobe shirt too. Yeah, respect.
Thank you.
But what do you think about the flags?
10 out of 10.
Oh, God bless you. God bless you. Now that's a real woman.
Adam is one of the best. He's underrated, man. When you look at these, there's a lot of people doing this street stuff now. He's natural with it, man. He doesn't feel forced. Some people kind of feel forced, like they're just doing it because they know it might get more views. He's like, you can see he gets energized off of it, man. He's like, wait, why they show, hey guys, what's with the editing though? Let me sidetrack for a second.
God bless you. Now that's a real woman.
That is
There's
truly
the-
America first.
That is.
What? He got the little ass shot in there.
And it's also America together.
100%.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my man. And I like the Kobe shirt too. Yeah, respect.
See, Adam's been in the street a lot. Look at the Let me get off before I get people in trouble.
But what do you think about the
Ray, be careful, bro.
flags?
10 out of 10.
Oh, God bless you. God bless you. Now that's a real woman.
There's something there.
Trump? Oh, hell yeah.
That's crazy. When the ass is so proper, you got to do the slow mo. That's wild. I'm gonna get out of here, man. Yeah, we're gonna become reliant. Yeah, I already put that one, but yeah, we are. He said Ray looks Nicaraguan. There's more. Yeah, that's funny, man. I gotta do these chores, man, before it gets too late. But good, man. Get some more. Get all the footage out there. Carlos out there, Adam, Ray, representing. That's a good feeling, man. You see real people in the streets and getting videos out there that passes the energy around. So good to see. All right, y'all, support Trend Wave. As you see that coming up, you'll know what it means, what my thought with it. Give me feedback on it. I appreciate you. I'm out.